2021 was a good year for many real estate agents. 2022, not so much. But hey, it's a brand new year. It's 2023, and we have none other than Brent Gove, who's going to be speaking into our businesses today. He sold thousands of houses. He's the #1 earner here at eXp, and he's going to be sharing tactics and techniques that you can use in your business today to sell more homes. They helped him sell thousands of homes. That can certainly help you. And he's going to be speaking on mindset. Nobody does mindset better than Brent. I hope you have a Kleenex. I hope you're ready to go. I hope you're buckled into your seat because he's a rocket ship and we're about to take a ride on how we can grow our businesses in 2023. By the way, my name is Johnny. I'm with the Made for More team here in Roseville, California. We do these meetings every Thursday, 10 to 11 Pacific. So if you want to drop in person, if you want to catch it on Zoom, go to therealtorhuddle.com, or you can watch the recording like you're doing right now. Take care.
All right, here we're unmuting everybody. Everybody say hi online.
Yeah. Hi.
Awesome. All right, good morning, everybody. Hi, Maria.
Hi.
So let's kick off the morning like we do. First off, Happy New Year, everybody. This is our first time back in the year. We'll kick off the New Year with some Tell Me Something goods. I have some picked out. Feel free to go ahead, Clark.
Yeah, I had a luxury listing, and so we took it off the market, having a roof put on it, put it back on the market, and it sold in 12 days, closed in 4.
Wow.
New associates here's Nick Lynch.
Hey, Nick.
And
Welcome, you two. All right, speaking of new associates, we have a new member of eXp, Miss Amanda back there. Everybody stand up, say hi, Amanda. Welcome. All right, now who else? Who else am I going to call on? Who?
Jerry.
Oh, Jerry. Jerry's new with the dude. It's been like a week. You're old news, man. Everybody say welcome to Jerry. Jerry's brand new. All right. And Jasmine. All right, Jasmine's also, well, a lot of new people in the room, a lot of new faces. Stand up, Jasmine, so we can all give you a round of applause. Welcome. All right, Miss Jenna, what's happening in your world?
Well, I have an upcoming listing in Elk Grove coming on the market, hopefully by next Friday, if everything goes well. And that will be listed for $474. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1960 square feet over in like older downtown Elk Grove. I have a listing on the market in Rockland right now. I've done a couple of price reductions and hoping to get that in contract here soon. And a couple of buyers in the approval process. So that's pretty new.
Wonderful. I always like to ask, like, where are these clients coming from?
So the listing in Elk Grove was a referral from an agent in Texas. She just found me online on realtor.com, liked my reviews, sent me that client. The other listing is a past client of mine. I sold her the house, and the buyers are open house and Spirit Influence.
Classic lead sources. Nothing fancy there, right? We can all do that. Oh, referrals and open houses. Who else? Haley, what's happening in your world?
I just closed on my first new build, so that was good.
Oh my gosh, tell that story real quick. How much did it cost the buyers to get in that new build?
$0.
$0, right?
They actually they're like, what do you mean we get our earnest money back? So that was awesome. And they're first time home buyers with their family, and it's walking distance to their daughter's school. So they're super excited about that. And I have another closing hopefully next week. And then I got 2 buyer consultations and 1 listing appointment.
Wonderful. Well done. And out of all these deals, what stands out as like a good lead source that's working for you?
Just networking,
Networking?
going and putting yourself out there and talking to people, not being afraid.
Love it.
Letting them know what you actually do and how you can be of value,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then last but certainly not least, we got Miss Cindy Silva. Let me move out of the way. Got them both. All right. What's happening in your world? What's good?
I would say something positive. So it's the end of the year, so we just did all the numbers with our coaches, and it was exciting to find out on media. My listings all last year sold 5.85% over asking price. So. But people have about 5% commission when you're making them more than 5%.
Exactly. What do you think? What are some things that you do to help get them that higher purchase price?
It's got to be market ready. Just
Market
really
ready.
right now, everything has to get, we're starting to do inspections up front. We want to move it quickly, getting pretty much all the negatives taken care of. So we're just looking for that perfect offer.
That's what everybody wants, right? Is a turnkey property and they're
Yeah.
willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. Well, with that, I saw the man, the myth, the legend is in the room. Everybody, welcome to the
How's everybody doing? Hey, Happy New Year. Man, I'm excited to be here. This is awesome. You guys ready to have the best TV to kick off the new year? Yeah. Great to see you guys. And I'm pumped. It's going to be awesome. It's really going to be what you make it. And so this year can be a transcending year for you. It can transcend your finances, your family. It can your life, the joy in your heart. There's so much can happen this year, but it's your decision. You cannot participate in the recession of the mind or interest rates or this or that. That's a victim mentality. We want you to be, who wants to be victorious? Yeah. You know, forget victim. Victims blaming other people, Regis, because if they just warm up the building or the feds because interest rates are too high. And forget all that. What can you do to light yourself on fire so you can have the life you always wanted? And so I have 15 key salient points I have prepared for you. So, and we have a guest speaker at 10:45, so I'm going to go fast. I prepared a special guest speaker via Zoom who's just dynamic and amazing. Johnny doesn't even know about it. Like nobody, just me. And so that's going to be good. But number one, I want to encourage everybody in this room to be a note taker. Are you writing down? You cannot come to TV and just watch. That is an amateur hour. That's amateur hour. Hey, it needs to be, you need to be a professional. There's amateur hour, and then it's time to be professional. Who thinks being an amateur is a great thing? And when you're new at anything, snowboarding, real estate, anything, cryptocurrencies, right? Rock climbing, realize you're an amateur. And if you're like, I've got this, and you go up 60 feet and fall, what happens? So the best thing to do if you're an amateur is what? Ask lots of questions, pay very close attention to what you're being taught by the veterans in the room. And they're all over this room, veterans and coaches. Eric Loppone, meet with him. Say, I want to go to coffee with you. I need help. Reach out. Listen to me. Humble's good. Proud is bad. Do we agree? Yeah. We love really prideful jerks. We all love them, right? No, they're not at all. So key salient point number one, write this down. It's going to change your life. Ready? Happy New Year. That's it. That's what I wrote there. And under that was be a note taker and sit in the front. You go to church, sit in the front. You'll get more out of church. I don't care what church you go to. You go to real estate events, sit in the front. Get there early. You can sit in the back, and here's what you do in the back. I've been late to stuff. You sit in the back, you're scanning the room. You're so distracted what's happening in the room. People in the front row, I mean, if you're up here, this is all you see. I will slobber on you before this go. There's a splash zone. And at Grant Cardone next month, I paid $10,000 for my seat. You know where I'm sitting? Boom. You know, John Travolta, you know, will be there. Kevin Hart will be there. Usher will be there. And I'm going to get baptized by Usher. I'm sure of it, right? But when you're in the front, they get excited. And you see the whites of their eyes and that you feel that, I almost said hormones. You feel the pheromones jumping off their body. It's electrifying. It's great up in the nosebleed session too, but you got to grow up. Amateurs sit in the nosebleed. You got to work your way forward and forward and forward. There's seats you can get for $9.95. There's seats you can get for $2,500. Seats you can get for $5,000. Seats you can get for $10,000. Right? And so Kathy's right next to me. We're paying $20,000 just to have new information. Old information, same old results. New people, new information, new results. And it's up to you to go to a John Maxwell event, to go to a Create event, to go to a 10X event, or you Unleash the Power Within, UPW, or whatever it is you go to, but go put yourself in those rooms. And of course, I'm preaching to the choir. You guys are all here. So be a note taker, sit in the front row. That was number one. Number two, you guys have heard me say this again, but for those that are new, poor Cindy and Darcy, they gotta roll their eyes the whole time. Steve Evans rolls his eyes. But it's important. You're gonna be reminded of this. And those of you who know, don't answer. Those of you that want to guess. But what's the biggest room in the world? Is it the Taj Mahal? Is it the Sistine Chapel? Who wants to take a guess at it? Who doesn't know? You guys know.
I know.
I need some people who want to guess. The biggest room in the world. Who wants to guess? Is it anybody? Yes, you know.
I think the room for improvement.
You got it, man. Good answer. All right, Nick, let's see what I got for you. Let's see. Nick, right here. Did you catch it? Now, this book is a hard copy. No, we throw books. This is the danger zone. This will put you in the hospital. I'm warning you guys. It's called Fanatical Prospecting by Jim Arndt. It is a phenomenal book. One chapter of this book has the power to change your life.
Yeah.
Fanatic, you want to get hitched up, meet your other person? Fanatical prospecting. If I don't take somebody out today, I'm going to be disappointed. Yeah, I'm head hunting. Okay, so now I'm waiting, sip of coffee. Okay, this one of my favorite sayings is this, and that was key salient point number 2. If you didn't get it, biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. You're not stuck being you. And hopefully you love being you, not in a narcissistic way, but self-loathing never served the world. Name somebody that hates themselves. I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too tall, I'm too skinny. I got a funny nose, I got a pointy chin, my eyes are ugly, my nose is jacked, I need a nose job. You know, whatever it is, I can't talk in front of groups, I'm too shy, I'm so stupid. What is that's all really bad things. And that means you're not reading books, you're not listening to podcasts, you're not growing as a human being. You need to grow. You need constant improvement. You never arrive. There was a couple at the gym working out hard. They have personal trainers. They're killing it. 85 and 87.
Nice.
My parents, Jim and Carol Gove. Right there, there's the hand box, right there. So I go, well, there was a place just loaded with 85 and 87-year-olds. Like, not really. You know, was there anybody like, no, we're the only ones. Now you're in the right place. When you're in thin air, when you're like, they're doing, how many 85 and 87-year-olds at the gym with personal trainers just going for it? Awesome. Awesome. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with what? The first step. Yeah. You want to go, you want to go fast? African proverb, ancient. You got to use the word ancient, it's more interesting. Ancient African proverb. You want to go fast? Go alone. You want to go far? Let's go together. Find a buddy. They go together, right? Isn't that good? I do more stuff with my wife than ever before. It's been way better for our marriage. Jared, you work with Cindy way more. You used to do your thing. She did hers thing. It is, and now let me back up. When you first start working together, it is a rocky shore. It's like, I used to do my own thing here. Yeah, so am I. You know, and so fireworks can't happen, but once you get through that, it's like, oh, we're in the canoe. She's on the left, I'm on the right. We're just booking. But when you first get in the canoe, he does something that irritates you. She does, and then also you take a paddle, you're like, what? You like beat yourself over the head with paddles, or he's going left, you're going, left, or you don't get it in rhythm, and you're spinning. Right? It takes a little while to find a tempo. This meeting, this Thursday morning, is a rhythm meeting. It's happened to every Thursday from 10 to 11 since 1999. Well, this meeting is 23 years old. It's a rhythm. It's a tempo. And I don't have to be here anymore. I've been gone for 2 years. I attend on Zoom like other people there. What's up, all you Zoomers? Love you guys. I'm there. I'm watching. Sometimes I'm just hidden in the background and I just watch. Sometimes Johnny, I gotta say something, But man, it's exciting. So I'm gonna say that. So Okay. Key salient point number 3. Your actions speak so loud, I can hardly hear what you're saying. Get your phone out. If you don't have a notepad, write some of these down. Your actions, and by the way, we record this and we put it out. And if you're not getting copies of the team meetings, that's on my YouTube channel, right, Rob?
Yes.
You can all find it at Brent Gove on my YouTube channel. If you didn't know I have a podcast, you go to brentgove.com, sign up for my podcast. A lot of people like to work out, go for walks, jogs, bike, hike, go to the gym, and you can hear this kind of, if you like this kind of training. And then people vibe with Sean Kokoska. Other people vibe with Bill Pipes. I think personally, I love Bill Pipes. He's not everyone's flavor. He's my flavor. Other people are John Maxwell vibers. Find your vibes, sign up for the podcast, and get input that challenges your thinking. You need to be challenged. Okay, somebody hit the lights and you cause them to go out. And one thing you learn about me is I'm a light guy, right? Anybody knows? Like I have a fetish. I could say a lot of things. Okay, so lights and open blinds. Same thing. You go when I show property. I go, hey, you guys look around here. I'm running upstairs, opening all the blinds and turning on the lights. And they go to the lightest part of the room. I'm going down dark hallways and lighting it up. But if you have a listing, open it up. Go, hey, you live in Grand Bay. No one's going to rob you. Open your house. Right now, if you're in certain parts of Sacramento, shut the blinds, turn off the lights, or leave one or two on and make it sound like you're there, right? And put a little music on, like let them think someone's there. I get that, but off topic. So your action speaks so loud, I can hardly hear what you're saying. You want to become a woman of action, a man of action. Isn't that what you want your kids to be? Or you want to sit there and just watch video games all the time? What is healthy for them? And think, yeah, they need to get out, do something and make some friends and get a job and do this and do that. Oh, okay. Guess what? It applies to mom and dad too. You need to get off the couch, on your feet, into the battle and into the heat. Like it's cold, wet, rainy out there. Yep. And you need to go do what it takes. I remember doing open houses as a new rookie agent. I understand we have 6 of them here today, or guests. So that doesn't mean you're all rookies or whatever, but 6 guests, welcome. We're glad you're here. This is a family. But I remember doing open houses when it's 108, 110, 112. And I was doing HUD homes. It was 1996, sadly, before Luis was born. When were you born, dude? He was 3 years old. He's running around 3 years old. Well, I'm in a, believe it or not, I used to be slack shirt and a tie. And I'd be in Rancho Cordova holding HUD homes open. Everything was boarded up. Everything. You get a job at $500. You can have any home you want in Sacramento. A job in $500. Call a HUD home. That's the deal. Commissions were 4% on those suckers and 5% is pretty cool. But the price was 50 grand, 60 grand, 70 grand. So I'd sell one of those suckers for 60 grand, knock down 5%. Who's got a calculator? We got to do this for fun. What's 5%? Okay, $3,000. My broker got half. He got 1,500. I got 1,500. I had to pay for the gas and my MLS dues, but I'm knocking down 1,200 a month, baby. Yeah. I was excited about the extra 1,200 a month. And I think I sold 18 homes that year. You know, it's a little extra cash. Next year, 28. But the next year, 1999, 48 homes, made $393,000. It was a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money now. And I'm like, is this legal? Hey, allow this sort of thing? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I realized that my ability to grow from there was like, I only work with buyers. I took one listing. They were meaner than rattlesnakes. Like, you do to sell my house. You know, like, what's your marketing plan? Answer the phone with us. I mean, I didn't know what to say, right? And they were so mean. I'm like, so I get calls from people. Hey, we're in the pocket. We want you to come over and talk to us about this in your home. I said, oh yeah, no, I don't do that sort of thing. You're staging, yeah, no, I don't work. So you're in the pockets. I've seen a lot of Section 21 listings over there. There's an office right by the bell over there. Yeah, we've seen that. I go, why don't you walk in there and see if they'll help you? Swear to God. I wouldn't take the time to make the referral for 25%. You know why? Because I was slaying it with buyers. Buyers are not liars. Buyers are gold. They're a gift from God. It's like being in Georgia and having peaches. It's like being in Florida and having juicy oranges you can pick. Once you figure it out, I could take a buyer, today's Thursday, show them property this weekend, do a 10-day close and get paid $10,000, $12,000 like in 10 days. I could do that. I've done that 2 or 3 times a weekend, make $20,000 or $30,000 in 10 days. But once you put yourself through the knot hole, once you put yourself through the pain and learn how to do it, once you learn how to do it, you think, I show property. Here's my rhythm. I show property at 9, 11, 1, 3, 5, and 7. I write offers at 8:30, 10:30, 11:30, midnight. I meet clients back at properties at 1 a.m. that are vacant because their husband was at work as a waiter. This one guy was a baggage, American Airlines baggage captain. He's in charge of all the baggage at Sacramento Airport. She worked all day, he worked all night. They never saw each other, ships passing in the night. And I'm like, what time does he get off? She was 12:30. Great. I'll meet you here at Kona Drive in Orangeville, 1 a.m. I got it. First time, John. It's gonna be a good day. I'm coming for you. So, here's the deal.
He's laying low.
That's good. True. Thanks for the coffee and sex. They're good. So here's those of you who've never met me before, I'm sorry. So I met them at 1 a.m. They're like, we love it. He goes, yeah, I love it, baby. I got a purchase agreement right there. And I go, okay, we're going to do this on the price. You guys good with that? Yeah, we're going to close in 12 days. Well, my lender can't get closed in 12 days. Get a new lender. Okay. And you can't do it with a self-employed person with bad credit, but with someone who works for the county, the state, the city, fireman, or, some engineer or whatever, you can do it with people, good credit, been on a job 2 years. You can do it with a good lender. You can close fast. And so wrote the offer, got home at 2:30 in the morning, faxed it over. On the cover letter, I said, hey, here's a full price offer on Kona Drive in Orangeville, blah, 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 blah. I hope you can present your seller by noon because this expires at noon. Ooh. And we're in a desperate situation. We have to be in escrow today and we have to close in 12 days. We have burned the boats in the harbor. I'm writing this on the cover letter. And I go, you want to sell to us because we are not going to bail on you. And we want this house so bad we can taste it. We've given you $2,000 over full price, whatever you want to say. Fast close as is. Hit the easy button. And by the way, you get paid in 12 days. I get paid in 12 days. I'm excited. You write that in the cover letter? Yes. You got it. And it's important. Somebody says, oh, that's not important. Liar. Yeah. They love it. And I go, you get 12 days worth of questions, not 32 days worth of questions to have the deal blow up and put it back on the market in a month. And if you want to talk to my lender, Rodney Rose, he's right here. Here's his phone number. Call him. He's expecting your call, Lexi. I told him he'd be calling this morning. I know it's Sunday, but he said he will slip out of church. God will forgive him. I'm just Jesus forgives. I've seen the billboards. I actually believe it. But anyway, so he'll forgive you. I don't do that on a regular basis, but every once in a while. And guess what? They called my lender. And he slipped out. He took the call, convinced them I can do this in 12 days. I was in escrow by 11 a.m. You guys wait 3 days for your offers to be accepted. Well, I'm not good at this. I said, hey, no offense. I get it. You don't have to accept this by noon. You can wait till Monday night. You may have told agents you wait. Tell them that your seller changed their mind. You're not the seller. The seller, I know I told you Monday night, the seller changed their mind. I cannot control the seller. I cannot force them to do anything against their wall. Then we got an offer that was so good. They, not we, you weren't a part of this contract. Never say we. Well, we think that there's no we in it. My buyer, my seller. I'm so sorry. My buyer wants to cancel. Not we want to cancel. I'm so sorry. We want to wait till Tuesday. No, we, you're not selling, you're not buying. It's the buyer, it's the seller. Now, if the buyer's doing something great, if the seller's doing something awesome, we wanted to offer this to you. I mean, the French people are lovers, you know, we. So, okay, number 4, key. So key salient point number 3, your action speaks so loud I can hardly hear what you're saying. You're either on fire or you're not. And that's your decision. If you're not on fire, look no further than the mirror, baby. If it is to be, it's up to me. Go make it happen. Step up. It is winter. There's not a leaf on a single tree in the parking lot. It's dismal. It's 60-mile-an-hour winds last night. And again, tonight, storms coming in. Step up. Just say, okay, just realize that you're here. And then, are you done? Now go do what you got to do. Mama's going caveman or cave woman. Mama's changing sides. I know that's never mind. I'm from California. What do they know? Mama is. She's a cave woman. I know. Stop. Cave woman. Some of you need to go cave woman. Some of you need to go caveman. Never mind. All right. So, anyways, it's the coffee. But go make it happen. You're write this down. This is not a key salient point in my notes, but it is a key salient point. You are not the manager of your circumstances. Please write that down. Yeah, I am. No, you're not. You are not amateurs or the managers of their Frank. Dude, I love you, man. Good to see you. I'm looking around the room. I just keep seeing people. Oh, hi, good to see you. Sam just sold me a ton of furniture. I love her husband. You need furniture, go see Miss Manu. Awesome. Love the new mirror. It's cool. So you are not the manager of your circumstances. Amateurs. That's amateur hour. But you are the creator of your life. And for me, with God, I pray to him, I ask him to give me ideas and to give me inspiration. And if you're not into that, then meditate, do what you do. But you're you're going to design a life, or someone will design it for you. You either tell yourself what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, or someone will give you a job and they will tell you when to be there, what to do, and how to do it. And you will do it for them, or you will get fired. So pretend that you're going to get fired if you don't do your plan. Because guess what? You will get fired. You'll get bounced out of real estate. You'll get a job that you didn't want to get. You left that to do real estate, and you can make it. But you have to suck it up. You have to get on the struggle bus. But here's the good news. It's not forever. You struggle for a month or 2 and it's over. You kind of break through. When Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier, first man to ever do it, flew supersonic. They kept going up at the whole chain and the whole plane would rattle and the bolts were rattling. That was just going to explode. They go up, rattle, go up, rattle. And they couldn't get over the rattle. It kept rattling. It just scared them. It's scary when you do something new, when you press yourself. And then finally, he just said one day, he goes, the hell with it. We're doing this. Got up, like, I don't know, Chuck. He goes, I'm punching through. There's more in the tank. He punches the throttle down. The whole sky explodes. Have you ever heard a sonic boom? Have you ever heard it?
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like really impressive. And then they're like, are you still there? It's like, it's glorious. The plane got calm. Once he broke through the sound barrier, all the resistance, it was calm. It was beautiful. The plane wasn't rattling, and he's going faster than the speed of sound. Broke the sound barrier, man. First guy to ever do it. Then everybody does it. You need to break the sound barrier for your family. I get it. You got demons that you're fighting. Some of you are in the valley of the shadow of death. I was in 2010 for 8 months. My wife and I were separated. It sucked. We almost got divorced. We went to the 1-yard line. I've been to counselors I didn't like either. The dream about tackling them through the window. That probably wasn't the most healthy response. Dr. Scott didn't like that. But I learned from him because I'm not an amateur. I am coachable. I am teachable. I am trainable. I'm capable of change. You are not a tree. You are not stuck where you are. You are capable of something more. But if you keep saying, I can't, then you can't. Henry Ford, 100 years ago, simple guy. If you think you can, you probably can. And if you think you can't, you're probably right. It's kind of what you say. Do you understand that? It's a simple language. You got to say, I can. I had a daughter who left at 4:30 a.m. for YWAM, Coda Base. Spent 6 months doing a YWAM Youth with a Mission. There's 80,000 of these kids around the world, 1,300 YWAM bases. She kept saying it, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. And I said, I get it. I prayed for her. I go, but quit saying I'm scared. And you see, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. And guess what? You're scared. I'm bold, I'm courageous, I'm excited. I'm bold, I'm courageous, I'm excited. Not some, but it's like you're in Little League again. You're in softball right? Or Little League there. And like, I'm gonna whip, I'm gonna whip, I'm gonna whip. You whipped. Why? You told yourself you're gonna whip. Basketball. I'm gonna it's gonna be a problem. Miss the whole net. You throw it and you do. How about what did Jordan say? Nothing but net. What did Tiger say? I'm gonna drain it in the back of the cup. What do you tell your kids? Picture I'm bricking it for little Johnny. Say, I'm gonna brick, I'm gonna brick, I'm gonna brick, I'm gonna airball, I'm gonna airball, I'm gonna airball. Or you're like, you got this. You guys with me? What you say to yourself matters. And keep saying the point bonus, that's not in my 15. How you say what you say matters. Some of you are like, well, I'm doing Steve Evans taught me the script. I'm doing the script. Steve's a pro. I'm saying it, but I'm not getting the results that Steve's getting, or Cindy's getting, or Darcy's getting. I'm not getting the results that Luis is getting. I know he's new to real estate last few years, but he's killing it, right? I'm not, because it's how you say what you say. You look at people and you say, I want this listing so bad, I can taste it. Now, somebody like, I would never say that. Then don't, that's me. People are like, what's it taste like? They're like, you say jump, I say how high. I can promise you this, nobody wants it more than me, and nobody will outwork me. I know I'm young, but my youth is energy. Those old fuddy-duddies, Brent Gove, 27 years in, he's tired. Spends all his time in the Caribbean. Right? But you know, Cindy Silva, Darcy Stratton, man, they have back pain. But those old Coldwell Baker and Remax agents been doing it 10 years, they're exhausted. I'm new, I'm hungry. Just give me a chance, put me in, coach. I will turn over every rock, every leaf. I will talk to nobody will outwork me. Give me a chance. I want this listing. Okay, it's yours. Is that how you do your listing appointments? Or are you like Charlie Brown Christmas? The kids talk and the parents talk. The kids talk, you can hear them. The parents talk, what's it sound like? Don't be boring at your open houses. Look at them and go, you want me. And here's why you want me. Because nobody will outwork me. I have the energy of 10 women, of 10 men. I want this. I'm hungry. I will give you service you never had. You don't you've been looking for 6 months, you said? That's great. You give me a chance. There's no law that says you can't have 2 agents. Give me a chance on the buyer side. On the listing side, there is. Let's have a buyer broker, and nobody does those in California. There's no law that says you can't have 2. Keep using your 6-month agent who has not given you what you want in half the year. But if you will allow me to look for you, I will hand you what you want in the next week or 2 on a silver platter. And if I find you that home and it's crickets from your agent, have I earned the right to write that offer? Wow, that sounds good. I didn't even say that script so well. Failure. Key salient point number, not my notes. Failure is a prerequisite to success. Fail with velocity. Get the pain over with. Okay. So let's keep moving. I am determined to get through my notes in time for our guest speaker in 11 minutes. Key salient point number 4. I have 15. I'm going to pick it up. Goals. What is your goal? Meet with Eric. He is a savant. He was one of the top sales trainers and got sales guys for Tony Robbins for years. He is on the team. He and I work together. He is my partner. He will meet with you and help you with your goals, help you get clarity. Write this down. Clarity is power. Non-clarity is a flashlight. Children use them at sleepovers in the tent in the backyard. And you've seen it in the movies. The flashlights are popping on the cake lid. They're having s'mores. That's great. There's a time for that. And there's a time to be a man and a woman. It's a time to go quit. This is your life we're talking about here. I'm thinking about changing the name of our podcast to the Wake Up Podcast. Wake up. It's your life we're talking about. Wake up and go slay the day. Wake up. Wake up and realize you're capable of doing more, having more, being more. You can change. You're not a tree. Wake up. And you believe it. But the problem is you don't believe it because you're like, I can't, I won't. And you're self-loathing. And self-loathing does not change humanity. You can be a Mother Teresa. You can be a Martin Luther King. You don't have to, but see, I believe the more I succeed, the more impact I can have. Do you guys agree with that? And so if you just like, I'm looking for love, don't look for love. You'll never find it. Be love. And it's all around. If you're looking for friends, you'll never find them. Be a friend. Just be a friend. Just start helping people. Start love. The size of the window you give through, the size of the window you get through. Write this stuff down. Write down. The size of the window I give through is the size of the window I get through. If you just give to people who can do something for you, you're no different than the mafia or a gangster. Make sure you're doing things for people, orphans, widows, grandparents, people who are really struggling, that can do nothing for you. The person working the front desk at Les Schwab Tire, you just went and get a tire fixed. Wherever he is with me, Big O Tires. Like, and you hear she's struggling and you over here talking about, I don't know how I'm going to pay for my kids' billing. And you just got paid a $12,000 check. Billings are $180. Go, hey, I couldn't help but overhear you. And I was in your spot years ago myself. Can I pay for your kids' billing? I'd be interested in doing that. I mean, what are we talking here? She's like, that's going to be like $280. Go, I got you. I'm going to sell you $280 right now. Just, and you walk out the door. You know what? Now, some of you don't have the $280. Some of you need me to sell you $280. Let me know. I'll sell you $280 today. I'll be happy to do that. Let me know. But here's the deal. Some of you, your words are worth it. Like, think back in your life when somebody said something to you that was truly like that moment where someone said something about you, how you were going to do something great. There's not a lot of them. I remember my Astros coach in 1974. I remember Gary Summerhays in 1983. My parents have never, ever, no. But Mom's like, Mom, I'm razzing you. That's what I do. She's got her dog bell, and everyone go, oh. Anyways, she loves that. Don't step on Bella. Yeah, it's a little tiny dog. Anyways, well, here's the deal. That's where you're winning in life, when you're making a difference for everybody and people. So, are you with me? Okay, we keep going. A clear plan, an action plan. You come up with an action. Eric can help you with that. If you haven't done that, make sure you do that. And there's other people that can help you with that. So get it done. Let me see. Number 5, PCA point number 5, no thermometers. Thermometers go up and down with their environment. It's hot. I'm excited. It's cold. I'm depressed. Here's the life of real estate. I'm excited, I'm depressed. I'm excited, I'm depressed. I'm excited, I'm depressed. That's amateur hour. You want to be a pro. You're a thermostat. Boom, set that thing 72. And you're just like, I have bad days. I have great days. I have really horrible days. They have bad days. No, they never do. Their life is so awesome. By the way, Darcy Strack, congratulations. Give her a hand, everybody. She ran for school board in Loomis. So I think it'll be fantastic. If I lived in Loomis, I would have been. But we're super excited that you're helping to make our school system out there a better place. Totally awesome. She's a horse person. They're smart. Okay, she has like her own ranch. She's got like pigs and ducks, and they're grounded human beings. Okay, so you want to be a thermostat, guys. By the way, the key to doing that, you want to know how to do it? Like, I don't want to do it. Form an accountability group. Pick someone here that's your vibe. Your vibe is your tribe is your vibe. So find 2, maybe 3, 4, 5 max and get together and meet daily if you want and hold each other accountable to your goals. Like, hey, I'm meeting at 4, I said I do X and do it. Do what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. And so we're going to talk about that in the middle, but the key is hitting point number 6, Kaizen. Spurts versus massive action. When you spurt, you don't learn. Let it go. Then let it go. Zig Ziglar calls it pump the pump. You pump the pump, pump the pump. You have faith the water's going to come up. And you pour what's left in a bucket into the pump as a primer, and you sit there and you pump and you're exhausted, nothing. The best example I've ever seen of this is Krista Proctor did exactly what I told her to do for 5 months, and she did not make a sale. Krista Proctor. How successful is Krista today? I mean, she's constantly selling homes. She has a real estate team of 11 or 12 people of her own. She does her stuff, but she went 5 months without a sale in a good market. And she's like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I listened to her. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing wrong. It was like baffling. I think in the 5th month, she sold 5 homes in a month. So did she sell 5 homes in a month, or did she sell 5 homes in 5 months, right? And she was just planting seeds, and then it hit. And then from that day forward, she's just on fire. A faith. What is faith? A belief in things not yet seen. You got to have faith. If you've chosen to door knock your butt off 50 homes every morning in the rain, 50 homes every morning when it's 120 that day, get out in the morning, get done by 10 when it's only like 95. It's raining, do it. I did my open houses in the rain. I did them in the sun when it was 112. By the way, those HUD homes at 96, you couldn't hold them open. So I got an easy up because I was a soccer coach, got a card table and stood in the gutter with my car behind me, a used Mercedes that my neighbor sold me for $5,000, and stood in front of it in slack shirt and a tie. And people are like, what the heck is going on? I go, this home here, you can have it for $500 if you get a decent job. So I did. Agents are pulled. What are you doing? You can't open this home open. I'm like, dude, trying to make a living, really? It's not open. They go, yes, it is. I followed your signs here. I'm going to report you, God. I go, dude, it's not open. Walk up to the front door. It is locked. It's not. Is it open home, open or locked? I'm holding a locked home. That's what I did. I hold locked homes. Who here's ever done a locked home? They would go, what? I go to the front door. It is locked. They go, you can't do this. I go, look at my signs. Do they say open house anywhere? No. I go, I'm pointing to a HUD home. There's nothing that is said. They're very clear. You cannot hold an open house at a HUD home. It's locked. I'm just drawing people's attention to it. Standing in the gutter on public park, pointing. Yeah, but if someone wants to see, you could show it to them. Oh yeah, they can make an appointment with me, and I'll show up to them in about 10 seconds. I think. Am I a victim? I can't do a HUD home. They won't let me do an open home. I do. How can I? Oh, a locked home. So my signs say open houses. Get new signs. Take the word open off. Free list of area homes, HUD home. Back then, we were able to put 500 moves you in until I got sued. And it was everybody put 500 moves you in, but then somehow they came up with Regulation Z for our lenders, and you had to quote the APR, and there's no way to really quote an APR in your open house sign. So I had to take the 500 moves you off, and you know what? They still worked. Everyone still showed up because they were bright yellow signs, and I killed it. And I made $393,000 doing locked homes. Are you a victim or are you victorious? You got 2 minutes. Kaizen, constantly improving, spurts versus massive action, bulldozer mentality with Bob the Builder love.
You know, oh, Barry.
Like, he liked the bulldozer. But does your crew, do your clients know you love them? Does your staff know you love them and appreciate them? You know, you make mistakes, own it. But do your prospects, have you prepared yourself? Champions, you watch those pros show the NBA games, they always got their earbuds on, beats, Dr. Dre, and they're preparing themselves to perform at the highest possible level. Do you prepare yourself for an open house, a listing fund? Do you prepare to show property? Like, I can't get right offers. Did you prepare? What do you mean? Did you listen to music that inspires you? Did you see yourself showing property, then getting excited? Did you show the worst homes first, about 2 or 3 of them, and then save 3 or 4? You only show 7. Worst homes first. Actually look for bad homes. How do you find them? The first sentence, great security features. This home has bars every window. You look at it, it's like, looks like Folsom State Vet. And they're actually bragging on it. You guys would never show that, right? That's always my first home. I want to show them a $600,000 homes with bars around it. They're like, this sucks. I go, no, we got to go in, and it's worse inside. Because they have 8 cats and 10 dogs, and like, oh, I can't do it. No, they cleaned it up for us. I make them walk the house. They're crying with ammonia from the urine. They're like, oh. Then the next home's just a piece of whatever, but it's way better. Like, this is much better. And then the next home's better. Oh, this is way better. Next home's better. Oh my gosh, we love it. And I got 3 left that are 10 times of that. Next home, oh. And then I go, 2 more here they're expecting us. And so, oh my God, you get the last one. It's always, I think, the best one. It's the one I'd want. And like, yes, we want this home. We're make it home. Created that. I showed property here. It didn't make sense. The flow would mean as far as where I drove. I got 3 out in West Roseville. I got 2 up in Lincoln. I may go to Lincoln, West Roseville, back to Lincoln, over to Loomis, back up to Penryn, out to West Roseville, and finish in Whitney Ranch. Because I showed the best homes. I don't pay attention to traffic pattern. And they go, this is just when I could see them. Chop. 10 minutes a house. In and out. We got a schedule to keep. But I want to stay. Can't stay. We'll come back if you like it. Go. I'm the leader. The dog wags a tail. We cannot stay. We have people expecting us there. They packed up their dogs. They've got the home ready. We must move. Because I'm showing property at 9, 11, 1, 2, 5, and I'm right off, and I'm gonna sit because I got a plan. I'm focused. What is your rhythm? I can't find anyone to show property to because you have a master lead generation because it's jack of all trades, master of none. All right, SOS. Are you okay? That's funny. I got too fired up, and my watch thinks I cried. I've never been better. I've never been better. I'm going to charge 8 cups of coffee. This is my 3 cup of coffee. Decaf is from the devil. Now, all right, decaf. All right, so number 7, Keith hit in point. Number 7, slow and painful versus get it over with. I'm gonna get it over with. You can get it over with in the next 4 weeks. Get it over with. Number 8, notice the nuances. You do it if you put in massive action. They zig, you zag. They bob, you weave. It's a dance. They zig, you zag. They bob, you weave. It's a dance. They zig, you zag. They bob, you weave. It's a dance. But if you don't do it very often, you're just like a deer in the headlights. I started to realize when I do this, they do that, and it doesn't go well. If I want to do this, they do that, and it goes well. I'm going to do more of this than that, and it goes well. Because I did massive action, I got good fast. That's good English. I got it. Write that down. I got good fast. Okay, that was number 8. Notice nuances. Number 9, test tube babies versus large funnel pipeline. Massive action gives you the large funnel or the pipeline. Don't walk around with 1 or 2 clients. You'll starve to death. You'll blow out of this business. You need to have 30, 40, 50 clients. Like, so how do you do that? Do it. And then you find the motivated buyers. They buy. I always sell a home the first weekend out or the second weekend out. End of story. I go on listings and I sign a listing. Do you want motivated sellers? Like if it takes 5 years, you're my guy. You want that listing? No. Number 10, referrals, door knocking, expireds, open houses, KV Core. Social media. There's so many ways. I want to spend more time on that. I can't. Number 11, jack of all trades, master of none. You need to become a master, but start off with being jack of all trades. Find what you like. I did door knocking. I think I did 1 house. I'm like, this sucks. I'm out. I did some expires. Tried internet leads. Wasn't for me. Tried the radio twice. Failed. Tried the TV once, failed. 3rd time I did radio, I succeeded at a high level. 1st time I did sushi, Came back 10 years later because I'm stubborn and loved it and been there ever since. But you need to try things to find out what resonates with you. What I found is open houses were my jam. And my mom and dad taught me this. And I remember specifically my mom going, if I could just get my hands on them, they're mine. Right. And I feel the same way, Mom. If I could just connect with them, look them in the eyes, and you know, if I step forward and she steps back, read the body language. Oh, she's needs space. And I catch myself because I can get closer and closer. And some of them they're backing up, and you're like, no, I need to keep closing gap. They're all of a sudden, my house. Always keep an island between you and them. Learn to keep the island. I sometimes, if I can tell they're nervous, I'll lean back a little. And just slow down, get in their cadence. If they're excited, be excited. If they're analytical, be analytical. If they're a driver, get to the ball. Let me give you the bottom line of what's going on here. But you learn that through massive action. You mirror the person. I like to be talked to with enthusiasm and passion and focus. If someone is slow and methodical and analytical, I am not buying from that person. I cannot stand that. Right? Okay. Finally, number 12, if they look, they buy. Just get them out looking. We're not ready to look next year. That's fine. Let me show you 2 homes that money can get you for $1 million. 2 homes that money, what 400,000 will get you. That way next year you'll be better prepared. If they look, they buy. Either well, if interest rates go up and the price goes up, it's going to cost you. Don't do that. Just say, I want to show you 2 homes. It takes 10 minutes a home. You got 20 minutes. I'm going to show you 2 homes of Secret Ravine. I'm going to show you 2 homes out in Newcastle. I'm going to show you 2 homes in El Dorado Hills. I'm going to show you 2 homes in El Grove. I'm just going to show you 2. That way next year you'll be more educated. Just want to get your feet wet a little bit. That way, instead of argue with them, don't argue with them. Yeah, no problem. Buy next fall. But let me just show you what you can get for $700,000 now, and then make it sure they are the best 2 homes. And I found I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta have it. That's how Sam's Club and Costco sells you. You go for peanut butter jelly, you come home with an 80-inch big screen. You sit there watching Jurassic Park. You've seen Jurassic Park. And so I'm like, this. I know I was gonna wait till next year. I gotta, if they look, they buy. Did you write that down? And then finally, how to show property. I called that be organized, be prepared. Number 14, sellers, communication is key. Over communicate to your sellers. Send them a text every day. Call them, email them. If they like to be emailed, email them. Do not text them. I don't like email, haven't read it in 4 years. Ask how you prefer to be communicated. I would say text. You text me. Other people email them. Other people, I want a phone call, right? Mom, would you want a text, an email, or a phone call? There you go. But I'm emailing her, and she's getting madder and madder. She's check her email, and that's on you. Yeah. You didn't ask. How do you want a phone call? Do you want a text? Do you want an email? You want me to pop by more often? And then you over communicate to your sellers, or you're getting fired, especially in the market we're coming to. Finally, number 15, amateur hour versus pro. Time to step up and be a pro. With that, I took a little bit of our time. We'll go 5 minutes over, so I'll give you 12 minutes. But I want to introduce to you an absolute dynamo superstar. I'll give her 15 minutes. If you guys can stay 7 minutes over. I know it's bad. I was excited, over prepared. Was it good?
Yeah.
Right. So help me welcome the one and only Krista Maystor, everybody.
Hi, how are you? Yeah. In this group, I would love to see the people that are on Zoom too. So I can see your beautiful faces. Isn't Brent amazing? You guys are so blessed to be able to have him be your mentor and be in his organization. He is one of the people that I absolutely admire and respect and consider him a mentor. So can I have some high energy? Everyone say high energy, because high energy equals high income. And I might be one of the few people that can actually keep up with Brent when it comes to energy. Okay, so I'm going to make this as the best I can for you today. So let me ask you a question. Right now, with everything going on in the market, I hear and feel that some people feel a little bit of anxiety and uneasiness because they are just worried about what's going on with all the changes, the interest rates, the inventory. It can be a little scary, yes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it can, right? We're human. You're human. So I want to talk to you about how you can position yourself as not just a commodity. So a commodity, I'm going to think about a commodity as something like if you go to look for gas, you're looking for the cheapest price, right? You go to look for cell phone service, you're looking for the cheapest service provider. Or if you go to look for internet, you're looking for the cheapest one because they're basically all the same. Understand? All right, that's a commodity. Now, what a commodity is it is interchangeable and replaceable because it's doing what everyone else is doing. When you can not be a commodity, but truly have an unmatched value proposition, where when people see you, they're like, wow, no one's ever talked about that. I've never heard about that before. That's a new thing. And when somebody can be on the other side of your marketing and they feel like you are talking directly to them, all of a sudden they lean in. So right now with times like this, first of all, I have been in real estate for 21 years, and I was here during the 2008 crash. And like Brent, it was some of the best times in the industry because I was able to adapt. So the good thing is that now that you're aware, now you can prepare. Everybody say prepare, right? Prepare. You're gonna notice I'm having you talk back with me because then you're more likely to implement and to remember what I'm talking to you about when you do that. So you just need to prepare. So in the 2008 market crash, I remember about a year before, I realized that things were kind of changing because, you know, within a month, a house on the same street would go up like $100,000. And I was going like, this is not normal. How are these houses appraising? People were getting loans with stated income loans. And I knew that this person that worked at McDonald's could not afford this, you know, $800,000 property. So I started researching and realized that the market was going to change. So I adapted and shifted based upon my knowledge and preparing for what I thought would happen. Okay. And so by doing so, I ended up getting like 13 different asset management companies and banks. And in my best year during the foreclosures, I sold 169 homes as a solo agent. All right, because I prepared. So now all we have to do is prepare. Everybody say prepare. Prepare. Right now, you're aware of what's happening. So now we are going to prepare. Now, how can we prepare right now? What activities can we do right now to prepare for what we're already in? I want you to think about having an unmatched value proposition. If everybody is wearing green shirts, I want you to wear a red shirt. Why? Because you're going to stand out wearing the red shirt. And if everybody is telling you to do telling the community to do one thing, I want you to think about how you can position yourself and your marketing message different from everybody else's. Okay. So understand this. You're a business. You are an entrepreneur. The backbone behind any business is marketing and innovation. So I want you to think about how can I market myself and position myself as different than my competitors so that people don't just see me as a commodity and I can gain more market share. I want to gain more market share. The idea is this. The good thing is that a lot of agents do not have Brent Gove. You're not in your organization. So people are going to be leaving the industry because they are fearful. They're afraid, they're nervous. And so when most people are afraid and fearful, they freeze, okay? You're not going to freeze because you are prepared. So you've got Brent helping you, you've got this organization. So what I want to encourage you to do is to start thinking about marketing, okay? Now, the more that your marketing messaging speaks to somebody, the more likely they will convert. Let me give you an example of what I mean by that. We all know that it's a better time right now. And if you don't know this, you need to know this, okay? If you compare 6 months ago when people were trying to buy a house as a buyer, it was nearly impossible. They had to pay $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 more for the home. They had to remove contingencies and there was no inventory. Is that true? That's true. Okay, good. Well, guess what? The good news is that right now, even though interest rates are up, it is less expensive. It's more affordable for a buyer to buy a home because they don't have to do all those things that they did before. So if you can show a buyer that, hey, I know right now you think that interest rates are really, really high and it's not a good time to buy a home. Let me compare to you what it takes a buyer to buy a home right now versus what it was 6 months ago. Show them that. But when you're showing somebody that, let's just say when we talk about marketing messaging, let's just say I'm talking about buying a home. Well, let's pretend that there is a veteran and the veteran doesn't have the best credit score and they don't have a lot of money in the bank, but they do have a job and they are a veteran. And because of that, they probably can purchase a home, but they don't think that they can because they don't have a lot of money in the bank and they don't have the best credit score. So if I say, hey, right now is a great time to buy a house because of X, Y, and Z, that buyer, that veteran is tuning me out because they don't even think they have the ability to purchase. But what if I change my marketing messaging to this? Are you a veteran with not a lot of money in the bank and not the best credit score? Do you know that you probably can buy a house right now? And believe it or not, right now is the very best time to buy. Now, do you see how my marketing message from the first one, hey, it's a good time to buy, the veteran's going to be ignoring me, to, are you a veteran with no money down and not the best credit score? Do you know you can buy? Do you see how just by that first initial hook of what I'm saying is going to get him to listen? Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Now you can do that with every single thing. Your competitors are talking about like doom and gloom, or they're just talking to the masses, right? If you, like Brent said earlier, I heard him, he said, find out what you like and go after that person, right? It's the same exact thing. So I'm going to be giving you a sheet that I'll put into the chat, and you guys can all take advantage of it. And basically, this is called a client avatar sheet. And what this is this is going to help you craft your marketing message to speak directly to somebody so they raise their hand and say, I need what you have. I've never heard of that before. You're speaking directly to me. I need that thing. I'm going to stick it in the chat. And then Brent, hopefully your team can grab this and then give it to everybody. Okay. Now, whenever I go and launch a new campaign, and right now, all of you should be thinking about different marketing messaging because of what's happening with the market. Your job is to educate. Your job is to not, it's not who knows you, who you know, but it's who knows you. Your job as a marketer and as a real estate agent is to make sure that anytime anybody thinks about real estate or anybody thinks about your community, they think about you, and they need to think about you well before they're ready to take action. So when you fill out this client avatar sheet, it's going to help you identify, number one, who your clients are, what their problems are, what their desires are, what they want and what they need, so you can speak directly to that marketing and put that in your marketing messaging. Does that make sense so far, everybody? Everyone say, you guys along? Okay, good. You guys are a great group, so thank you for that. So fill out that sheet. Now that sheet is going to have you analyze what your competition is doing, so that you can find areas of weakness, and you then can modify what you're talking about in your marketing to capitalize on that weakness, okay? Also, I want you to look at what your competition is doing so you can find ways to do it better. How can I take what they're doing that's working for them, and how can I adjust it and put a twist to it to make it even better than them? Let me give you an example of what I mean by that. When I first got into the real estate industry 21 years ago, I'm very old now, basically, I looked at what my competition was doing. And realtors that had listings were putting a sign up, and that was pretty much it. It was lucky if they had a black and white flyer. So what I did was I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to put 4-page colored flyers, and this is like 21 years ago, people, on my listing signs. I'm also going to take a CD and take 50 pictures and put 50 pictures on that CD, so they then have more stuff to look at in the property. So my competitors were doing black and white flyers, if that, and I said, that sucks, that's weak. Let me do 4-page color flyers, let me add a CD. I saw what was happening in the market, and I figured, how can I capitalize it so that I can stand out, so that I am not a commodity? Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes.
On that sheet, you are going to look at what your competitors are doing, and you're going to see, how can I do that better? You're also going to look at that, your competitors, and see, what are they not doing? How can I figure out what they're not doing, what's not being talked about, and how can I twist it so I can become the educator and a person of influence and authority, so I stand out in my community. Then I'm going to now look at, who do I want to serve? Okay, I want to serve this type of person, this type of people. And then I'm going to speak directly to them, just like we talked about earlier with that veteran. Hey, are you a veteran with no money down, no money in the bank, right? You can still purchase. Now let me twist this around. Think about, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, when it was like an amazing time for sellers. And guess what everybody's marketing messaging was? It's a great time to sell. Oh my gosh, bidding wars, multiple offers. Well, it's like, well, no duh, everyone knows that, right? What was happening at that time was sellers wanted to sell, but they were afraid that if they sold their house, they would be homeless. So everyone knew it was a great time to sell. So if I was to say it's a great time to sell, they were like, well, everyone knows that. Like, you're not telling me anything I don't already know. But my marketing messaging at that time was, are you thinking about selling, but you're afraid to sell because you're afraid you're going to be homeless? Right? Now, all of a sudden they're like, yeah, I'm afraid of that. Now they're leaning in, they're listening to me, right? So you want to think about what people are thinking and feeling and how your marketing message can speak directly to them when you're thinking about who your client is. So it's about a 6 or 7 page worksheet. I guarantee you that if you take the time to go through this worksheet, that it's going to help you craft your marketing message so that people actually not just see you, but they relate to you. They know that you understand them, that you develop yourself as the authority. You position yourself as somebody of influence who can help them. And then I want you to be innovative, right? I want you to show them your unique value proposition, how you are not doing just what everybody else is doing, all right? I'll give you an example of this for me, let's say, when I wanted to get into real estate, I wanted to be a coach, right? Well, there's millions of coaches out there. And I was like, okay, I want to be a coach. Well, I want to be a real estate coach. So I decided I'm going to be a coach. I'm going to teach real estate. Then I decided, okay, well, I don't just want to be a real estate coach. I want to specialize in marketing. So now I'm a coach who works with realtors who specializes in marketing. Well, what type of marketing am I going to specialize in? Well, I'm going to specialize in social media. Okay, what type of social media? I'm going to focus on Facebook social media, and I'm going to use video in order to do that. So now I specialize in coaching real estate agents who want to use marketing using Facebook, and I focus on video. Does that make sense? It's now you could go to, there's a lot of great coaches out there. There's Brian Buffini, there's who's the big guy, Tom Ferry. There's all these great coaches, but I want people to know that I'm the coach that specializes in XYZ. What do you specialize in? Who are you going after? What differentiates you from your competition? Who do you help? Who do you serve? And how are you going to speak to them so that they know that that's exactly who you serve? Does that make sense, everyone? So far, yes? You guys don't see it? Let me just do this to everybody. Hold on a second. Sorry, everyone. I'll do it again. Command V. There you go. Okay, it's there. It's there now. So that's the client avatar sheet. Now I'm going to tell you one last thing that you can do. This is something you can do right now. You can start taking action right now. I guarantee you, I can't say guarantee, but I'm telling you this, that if you commit, all right, if you commit from now until the next 12 months, and I know it seems like a lot, to be a content creator, somebody who is a reporter, you're going to report back to your community utilizing video. I want you to do video because you know that saying, a picture says 1,000 words. Well, a video says 1,000,000 words. And a video helps you develop a relationship with somebody on the other side of a screen. It's actually called a parasocial relationship. What that means is when you see somebody on the other side of a screen, you feel like you kind of know them, right? For example, I've been talking now for what, like 10 minutes or whatever it might be. Do you feel like you know me a little bit now more than you did 10 minutes ago? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, let me ask you a question. What if you just saw a picture of me like this? And I had a bunch of words. Would it be the same?
No.
It would not be the same, okay? Because of this video, now you know that I'm super crazy, very hyper. You might think like, gosh, she actually knows what she's talking about, right? You see I'm missing a tooth. You're like, oh my gosh, why would she do that? But my point is that you are developing a one-sided relationship with me, just like you do when you watch television. When you're watching TV and you've got a character that you love, you cry for them, you cheer for them, you scream at them, you feel like you know them. It is the exact same thing with video. So I can tell you that if you commit to yourself that you're going to start creating content that adds value and get it out into your community on social media sites, and if you then also learn how to properly distribute it so it's seen over and over and over again, that in 12 months from now, regardless of the economy, the recession, interest rates, or inventory, you absolutely will have a different business than you do right now. I promise you that you will, okay? I consider myself an expert digital marketer. This is all digital marketing, and I've done it the exact same way that I'm showing you now. And I promise you this, there is nothing special about myself or Brent or anyone else that you see out there that's successful. We have failed and failed and failed and failed forward. And there's also nothing special about myself or Brent. I know that he didn't graduate from Chico, multiple times. They didn't accept him. I have not lived at home since I was 13 years old. And everything I have created is just based upon my mindset and pushing and pushing and going and doing and not listening to all the naysayers. You can do that. I know you're afraid of video. I know you're like, I don't like good. I'm missing your freaking tooth right now and I'm doing this. Who cares? Like, it's not going to hopefully make you not like me. And if you don't, you're not the right people, right? You are going to attract the people that want to work with you, and you are going to detract the ones that don't. It's the way you look. It's how you sound. Now, some of you might be saying, Krista, I'm too new. I can't do this. Yes, you can. You just have to be one step ahead of your competition, right? One step ahead of the consumer. Take a training, read a book, talk to Brent, interview another agent, look at trends that are happening in your area. Look at your client avatar, research what they want, and then just record a 2-minute video. Okay. I think I'm out of time. Hopefully that's helpful. By the way,
Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Do you have
Yes,
one more second? Do you have one more second, Krista?
I have everything for you. I love you.
Okay, so basically, I want to say this. Krista is one of the top 5 women coaches in America, and she's famous in the funnel world and marketing world. Those are like the records behind her are. It's a big deal. Russell Brunson, anybody know that name? Mm-hmm. They talk every day, and she's like one of the top 5. And we're talking about 200 million people in America, or whatever the number is. She's a big deal. She's doing an event in Anaheim at the Hilton, February 7, 8, and 9. You need to be there. And if you buy your Southwest flight today, and I know that's not a good word lately, I never thought I'd say this. If you buy your Spirit airline flight, Spirit out in South, don't do Spirit. It's a bad Spirit. But I've heard too many nightmares on Spirit. Southwest will get it together, but or American United. I don't care how you get down there. Drive down there. You can drive down there. But if you'll buy your plane ticket today, she's going to let you come to it. It's 2.5 days. We've been talking about me being a guest speaker at one of her events for 2 years. And our schedules aligned, right? And so I'm going to guest speak for Krista and be there, my wife and I, for 2.5 days. It's February 7, 8, 9. And you should be there. If you understood how successful she is, you would be there. So it costs money for 2.5 days, a very expensive event. If you register today and text me your flights, buy a flight, $49 one way, it's an hour, right in Anaheim, stay at the Hilton, bring a friend, share the room. It's, I don't know, $199 a night, cost you $99 a night, be there for 2 nights, but you need to be there. And there's only 400 spots. And in LA, that's gone like this. So we're actually starting the marketing for it today. And so we posted in the chat. Those of you on Zoom, if you're not in a bathtub, can you undo your we want to see you. If you're on Zoom, please turn your camera on. And I have 2 very important things to wrap up with. So turn your camera on if you're in Zoom and you're not indisposed. So hey, there's something. We just love seeing you guys. What's going on? Yeah, it's me, everybody. Yeah, it's good to see you guys.
Hi.
So how many people are watching all together? We got how many? 18 on Zoom, maybe 40 in the room. So about 58 of us here. But the link is in the chat, right? Yeah. And what the link is, Krista, they can't see the chat.
KristaMayshore.com.
Krista, right here, KristaMayshore.com / agentmasterseries.com.
Can I say something really quick, Brent, too? Here's the deal. I promise you will get more out of this event than any event you've ever gone to. I promise. I will guarantee that. And if you do not, come up to me and I'll pay you back for your airfare. You will love it. We have over 1,500 reviews on this, and I'm going to over deliver. I guarantee you that you will get more out of this than you've gotten out of any other training you've ever done. I promise you.
Yep. So it's Anaheim Hilton, February 7th. That's a Tuesday. 8th. That's a Wednesday, and a half day on Thursday, the 9th. Come down. If you register today, we're going to waive it's her event. I'm guest speaker. She is offered to waive the event price to $0. Fly down there, get a room, attend, go. But you got to get your ticket today. Call to action. Those of you online, we're talking to you too. There's 18 of you online, I believe was the number. So get online right now, Google Flights, do that. And Chris, anything else you want to say regarding that event, the Agent Master Series?
Right, there is a charge online. Is there a coupon code or?
Yes, I have a special code when you text me a copy of your flights. or you call me and say, I'm driving down, and you're convincing. And I will believe you, and I will hold you to it. Because if you say you're coming, you don't come. It's going to be a sellout. You're going to take someone's chair, and that's not cool. And so you could drive down, but you better be convincing. I will give you the promo code, so the event is free to you. And so I begged her for this, and she said yes. So Kathy and I will be there. We're excited. It's going to be. She is incredible, electrifying. Was she not good today?
Yeah.
Give her a hand.
It's going to be much more like step-by-step action items. We're going to go over your client avatar together, help you pick your niche. We're going to teach you how to feel confident on video, but then not only that, how to generate leads where people raise their hand and say, hey, I want you to work with us. We're going to show you a 9-step listing process situation to get people to ask you for an appointment. Then we're going to show you exactly what we do after the appointment to make sure you actually get the appointment no matter what and keep all of your commission. That's that and so much more. I've sold over 2,300 homes personally in my career in every market, and I specialize in digital marketing. And we're going to teach you that along with a ton of mindset to help you actually get to be able to do it. So I got to go. Brent, I love you so much.
Bye. See you, Krista. Take care.
I'll see you. Bye.
So for those of you who don't have my cell phone number, it's 916-223-5555. That's 916-223-5555. I'm kind of text only these days. Be patient with me. If I don't answer you, just copy and send it again, let it float to the top. That's how I do. If you email me, I will not get it. If you workplace chat me, I'll get it in February after the event. So text me. Those of you that know me, I respond to text. That's it. With that said, our sixth guest, who is new to real estate, I have a gift for you. So no, you're not new, but I want to use some to stand up. We have like 6 of you that have got licensed last year. So 1, 2. Anybody else get licensed last year? 3. Anybody else last year? You got licensed last year. Oh, this is great. This is so great. I only brought 3. So this is how I sold 5,000 homes. The book is called Momentum. So real estate's about creating momentum. So welcome to real estate. Welcome to real estate. Tomahawk. That was like in her face. Okay.
We need one.
Oh, we do? Who? Nick? I gave no, you already got a book. Forget Nick. I know him. So who else? Anybody else I missed? Okay, so who had a birthday in the last 4 months? Stand up. Birthday last Luis, my favorite book in the world. Have you read this yet? You've read it. Have you read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad? Have you read Fanatical Prospecting by Jim Brown? This book will change your life. Watch out, this will kill somebody. Portion top, one-handed kiss. Okay. Who else had a birthday in the last 6 months? Birthday in the last 6 months. Have you read both of these? Rich Dad is yours. It's a great book. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. I saw a hand go up. Who had a birthday in the last? Okay, here you go. There you go. And then now, if you have not read this book, this is, besides the Bible, my favorite book, obviously, but this is my favorite book of all time. To give you these, a bestseller, Clark, what's a bestseller? 50,000 copies?
Oh, it's way over that.
100? No, I know this book, but what's a bestseller take for a bestseller?
I don't know.
Okay, well, this book is about 1,000 times a bestseller. Literally, what it takes to be on the bestseller list, it's done it 1,000 times. It is my favorite book. You can read it tonight or in 2 nights. It is a page burner, but this has changed my life. Already saw a hand. It's yours. Already saw another hand back there. It's yours. It's yours. Who else? I got one left. One left. There you go. Like everybody. And the one poor gal, I threw the jet button, it was like at her face, and she was snagged. And like, I would have felt bad if there was blood. I could tell a story about Rome and the Colosseum where the gladiators were. I may have stumbled on the wall and cut myself. And I may have, I can't say it, but I'll just leave it at this. I bled in that Colosseum with gladiators. I did. I hit the chain link fence and I'm bleeding all over. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I love you guys. Thanks for coming today. We'll see you next time.